Today I'm going to show you guys how to get Adept from Crotas End with triple perks, and you can do this with just 2 people, getting an Adept every 5 minutes. This is 12 Adepts an hour. So for those of you that already know and can do this, all this is doing is going to your legends. This week it's featured so you can farm this repeatedly. You go to Crotas End, you're going to go on to Master, and you're going to open the bridge to begin with, and then drop down into the first encounter. All you're doing is this first encounter, repeating it over and over and over again. For those of you who have no Adepts already, it is a lockout system in which once you have earned 1 Adept, you have a chance to get the other 5. This will continue until you have got all 6, and then at that point it is completely random as to which one you get. Before we get into how you do it, I just want to go over the build and what can be helpful and what you want. So as you guys can see, I ran this on Titan. If I go onto my subclass, you can see I'm running Strand Grapple, and this is the main thing that we want here. Strand Grapple, also Navigator is very useful if you have it, and an Eager Edge Sword. All you want to make sure you have here is a lot of mobility so you can move around quickly. I'm using Armamentarium for the double grapple grenades, and I try and spec into 100 Discipline to get my grenade as quick as possible. Now if you're a Hunter, that is perfect. Hunter's grapple points stick for everyone, so everybody can grapple to them. So I ran this on my Titan, and my clanmate ran it on his Hunter. He could set up grapple points for me just by using his, and I could use mine to connect to them and refund the grapple completely. Another thing for Hunter is the Strand Super is phenomenal. You can obviously spam the grapples over and over again and just fly through this arena and get everywhere you want as quick as possible. Finally, for Warlocks, if you're on Strand, you can actually use a whole aspect that will help you out here. The Wanderer. Tangles you throw attach to targets and detonate a suspending burst. Now, that doesn't sound like it's going to help, but when you throw the tangle, it throws differently. It doesn't have fall off, and it just flies straight in a line. It's perfect for grappling to and moving quickly, so for Warlocks, this is the go-to. Now, enough waffling, let's get into the video. So I'm going to assume you guys know how to open up Crotas End and get to the first encounter. So do that, get to the first encounter. Like I say, you can do this with 2 people. Any more makes it easier, but you can do this with 2 people. One last thing that helps, now that I think about it, you can use Crotas gear to reduce the timer so you can pick up the chalice quicker from allies. So, getting into the video, we're going to rally up as you can see here. We're going to set up Navigator Point straight away. I'm going to grab the chalice, swing over this first pendulum so it's not going to kill you instantly and have an instant wipe. You're going to preserve at the first spot. As you can see, I'm using tangles here to throw and launch so that I can just travel the map very quickly. We check the first location to see if it's there, and as you can see, it's not. We're then going to continue through to the second, and again, it is not there. So we now know it's the third location. So as you can see, my buddy here is about to put it in. He asked me how long I have on my timer. I told him how long I had, so he's delaying placing it as much as he can. And then once he puts it in, my timer's going to be low enough to a point I'll be able to pick it up in time and get to the next podium. So here I am reclaiming and then grappling to his grapple points from his Hunter Super. This is where you can see how beneficial having the Hunter grapple points are, because you can simply just use them on any character and completely refund your grenade charge. So he was running along calling out where it was for me, so I could skip out a lot of the lights and head straight here. Again, I'm delaying chalice placement as much as I can, so you can see I'm going to die, but I actually place it because he tells me he's ready. He's then going to pick up and start moving on. Then we're going to proceed to the next location and see whether it's there to preserve. If not, we're going to continue moving through. There is a way of despawning the ads as well. If you guys are doing this in a big group, that is an option. But doing it as a 2-man, I thought it was quite useful to have the enemies around so we could generate the tangles to keep throwing. They were super useful, just traversing through. So as you can see again, here he is delaying the placement so that my timer is almost done. An important thing to point out is I am wearing 1 Crota gear, so it's reducing the timer by 2 seconds, I believe, for every piece. So here we are at the bottom of the hill. We can see it's not there, so we know it's going to be either final or the one just before. We're going to head up the hill and check if it's at the second last one, which it isn't. So we're going to continue through. Got caught by a couple of thrall there, but we continue through. Finally, I'm going to place the chalice at the end. My teammate's on his way over to come and pick it up. And now we're going to head to the final plate, and I'm going to swap loadout completely. You guys don't need to do this, but what you will need is you will need an unstoppable and you will need anti-barrier. So make sure you have some sort of hot swap or weapons you can swap to where you have both of them champion mods. So now it's just a case of waiting, charging up, and my teammate getting enlightened to then enlighten this plate. Once he's enlightened, I'm then going to take the chalice from him and he'll be able to enlighten the plate. So as you can see, we're just going to wait and do that. Now, don't do what I do and completely forget you have the chalice. I'm pretty sure I end up dying to the chalice timer here because I forgot to preserve it. And also, as you can see, make sure to focus champions. So as you can see, now the bridge is building, we're going to start flying over. Swap out to Eager Edge just to get through to the end. Now real quick, try not to go all the way through the end through the portal. Because if you do this, your loot is left back in this realm and you won't be able to access it. So you want to kind of slow down as you get to the edge. And you'll see here, it'll trigger. And now you want to come back. As you can see, I actually got pulled, so I couldn't. Knight here got his drop, and I had to go back to the postmaster. So I will show you my drop in just 1 second. So as you can see, once returning to the postmaster, I saw that I got the word of Crotas Adept. And as you can see, here are the triple perks. So we got Subsistence, Sword Logic, Killing Wind, Rampage, Demo, and Destabilizing. We also got Arrowhead and Hammer Forged, an Extended Mag and Appended Mag, with a Stability Masterwork. So an all-round decent roll, and the good thing about this is you've got the triple column perks either way, so you know that you have that chance of getting them. So I've done this multiple times now, and every time I've done it, I've got a 3-column perk Adept. So the reason we get this is something they introduced when they released the Salvation's Edge raid. As you can see here, once you collected patterns, it increases the chance for an extra weapon trait on Adept weapon drops. Now, this must have been applied to all raids, so for all of you who had already crafted all the Crotas weapons, this is already done and procced. As you can see here, each pattern acquired will increase the chance of an additional weapon trait appearing on Crotas End weapons, 6 out of 6 because I have them all crafted. This is guaranteeing 3-column perk Adepts every single time. So yeah, just a quick video. You can do these in 5 minutes, like I said, so you can get 12 an hour. It's not a bad farm, it's not the easiest, but it is doable. As you can see, with 2 people to farm 3-column Adepts is crazy. I hope this video helped you out, and if you enjoyed it, please don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. I'll see you guys in the next one.